Resident to about 5.2% of the world's population, West Africa is home to 15 countries found in the continent of Africa. Owing to a vast stretch of coastal cities steeped in history, attracting sea and sun seekers. Swaths of natural landscapes which are home to several floras and faunas, a colorful cultural theatrical heritage depicted through dance at festivals, rich mineral deposits found in its soil, a fertile soil for agriculture. West Africa is indeed an ideal destination for travels, tourism, and investment. Despite sharing borders, similar histories, culture, English and French being the two predominant general languages spoken across the region. With the absence of stiff trade restrictions, it is surprising that travel trends depict the preference of foreign travels over travels within the region. With a large mid-income population, the existence of a protocol on free movement, right of residence and establishment facilitated through the Regional Economic cum Socio-Political Bloc, ECOWAS, one would expect huge inflow of tourists within the region. Sadly, the reverse is the case. Thus, the need for intensive collaboration between private stakeholders, government and other strategic policymakers, as advocated at the launch of the Destination West Africa project.
West African countries need to partner, need to come together to be able to better market our destination. And that is what we just started today. This is what Goge Africa kick-started today. With all of us from all these countries, great things will begin to happen.
After the launch, the Destination West Africa project team hit the road on a journey of expository discovery across 4 West African countries, from Nigeria, across Benin Republic, into Ghana, and further inroad to Côte d'Ivoire. Traveling along this track is an interesting experience, affording travelers the opportunity of viewing rare scene landscapes. Taking off from Lagos State, Nigeria, we were enthralled by the beauty of the coastal borders, lined with splaying palm trees. While these sights were charming, it wasn't long before we experienced the accompanying challenge of committees along this path. Along the Nigerian border, we encountered several checkpoints, few meters away from each other, manned by enforcement officers hampering the free flow of traffic. While these roadblocks form encumbrances and increase time spent on the road, more shocking is the operation of individuals known as agents across all borders we passed through. These individuals, supposedly aiding commuters across each border post, reap commuters of a certain financial sum, each cost different from the previous cost paid in the previous country. It was discovered that commuters willing to part with their price were allowed to continue their journey. However, for many unyielding commuters, the journey is delayed under the guise of a request for strange documents. Moreover, the paid sums are never receipted or documented. was still, unlike most parts of the world, where an evidence of travel history easily facilitate entry, we were shocked to discover along the West African superhighway the classification of passports. Irrespective of your travel history, and even without a travel history or document, you can gain entry through the help of these border agents. The chauffeur of the vehicle we boarded spared a word about this.
Before you got to Badagry, you have first immigration checkpoint, second immigration checkpoint, and you have about 6 immigration checkpoints before you get to Seme border. And you have NDLEA, you have DSS, you also have numerous police checkpoints. In less than a pole, you can see up to 6 checkpoints. So it's not easy. It have not helped the flow of traffic coming through that road from Nigeria, going through Seme and getting to Ilakonji, Aflawo, then you enter Ghana. It's not easy. No, the majority of the problem are within Nigerian borders.
It is therefore unsurprising that travels along this route is daunting, cost-intensive, and slows down business. One of the notable transportation companies with long-standing experience plying this route from Nigeria shares his thoughts.
What we see is a lot of extortion, which is making the prices of travel very high, which is also increasing the time for travel. And Lagos to Accra, that can be done in if you leave Lagos at 7 a.m. you should be able to get to Accra by 2-3 o'clock. We have daily arrivals of 9 p.m. 10 p.m. which isn't really good.
To get there, you say that you don't have money, they will pack the person for you to move freely and so that you can hit your target. You need to pay. At the first immigration checkpoint, normal will give 1,000 naira and go. The second immigration checkpoint will give 1,000. Then the third one and the fourth one, you come down with your passport. The people that have passport is okay. The people that don't have passport, that have ID card, Nigerian ID card, you pay 1,000 naira. Then the people that have foreign ID card, those that are ECOWAS countries also, you pay 1,500 naira. There's from Badagry to Seme, by calculation, by estimate, you must have spent almost 60,000 naira for you to get to the Seme border.
These things can be done better if all the countries can come together, if they can work together, if they can align. Because at the end of the day, the countries are in it to win. Everybody is in it to win. Trade is going to prosper. Tourism is going to prosper especially.
As we arrived Ghana after the grueling experience on the road, we were greeted by the frenzy of the Accra cityscape. We set forth to a corporate engagement with private tourism stakeholders in Ghana and government functionaries represented by the Ghana Tourism Board. The thoroughly engaging Kofi Attar applauded the initiative of the project. Mr. Goodness Okeke relayed his experience with traveling along the route. Mr. Emmanuel Boateng gave hint on the necessity for collaboration.
So the whole idea is to see how best we can make tourism, travel very attractive to the corporate and then the business community, so that it won't be an ad hoc, but it will be considered one of the paramount decisions when business is taken within Africa.
At the eclipse of the event, we had an official inauguration of Mr. Ahmed Naaman, one of the illustrious travel practitioners conferred as an ambassador of Destination West Africa Project, DWAP.
Speaking about the DWAP, the Destination West Africa Project, when this thing rolls well, Ghana will be the biggest beneficiary of this, because if you look at the number of Nigerians that want to come to Ghana and spend the holiday, and you compare it with the, you are speaking now on population wise. If you have 1% of the 200 million coming to Ghana to spend the weekend, and you have 1% from Ghana going there, I mean, you can see the variation in the numbers. Ghana would be the one to benefit most from this.
Our next stop was the Azmera restaurant, where we had an Afro-themed dining experience, warmly received by the proprietor and other workers, exploring the culinary heritage of Ghana amidst the sweet, melodious rhythm of one of Ghana's local artists. Viewers, we're still on to Destination West Africa project, and here we are trying out the culinary culture in Ghana. This is a taste of Ghana. Stay with us. After the long schedule of the day, at night, we attended the grand finale ceremony of the Ghana National Tourism Award, where we interfaced with tourism practitioners who convened to celebrate and recognize achievements. One of the shining lights of the night was Azmera Restaurant, a testimonial of the illustrious effort of the proprietor in promoting local cuisines. She spoke of her intent to expand her frontier to other parts of West Africa.
I've done this business for 33 years, so I have the experience. To start with, it's not difficult, but how to continue maintain your standard. And I've learned something. If you know you are not ready to be there 24/7, you don't have to start it. Because you have the concept, you have your vision, you have your goals, but because I love what I'm doing, it's not difficult for me. It's about time for me to open another branches, different countries, the whole world. And I think the first place that I would like to open Azmera is Nigeria.
From Ghana, we proceeded to Côte d'Ivoire. Our first call, the coastal community of Grand Bassam, the central home of the Nzima Kotoko people, one of the West African ethnic groups found in parts of Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire, to witness one of West Africa's rich heritage, the Abissa Festival.
Hi there, viewers. This is Goge Africa, and we are reaching out to you from Côte d'Ivoire. We are live here at the cultural festival of Nzima people of Côte d'Ivoire. It's huge, it's spectacular, it's interesting. Don't go away.
The Abissa is an annual gathering of the Nzima Kotoko people at their central home. Literally translated to ask, Abissa's origin is mythically rooted to the times past experience of the people of Nzima Kotoko. According to local folklore, while the people were experiencing trauma, a dance was revealed to a mystical woman, legend, and consequently they experienced good harvest. This marked the beginning of Abisa. A member of the traditional institution spoke to us about this gathering of sons and daughters of Nzima Kotoko.
So Abisa is the annual gathering of the people of Nzima Kotoko. So we have to make the difference between a gathering, festival, carnival, because it's very deep rooted in the essence of the people. The Abisa is a dance which has been revealed in we talk about centuries, the beginning of the gathering of the Nzima. And when we look at our history, it comes back very, very far from Egypt. And when we came from Egypt, then the people came, and there was a kind of trauma of the people. And these, one of the women of the tribe finds the kind of them genius in the bush, and they show her this dance that will help the community to survive. That's why we say that it's a revealed dance. And every year, the end of October and beginning of November, the people will stop the activity. We say that it's a retreat, 1 week of retreat, that the drum give the top for the 1 week, because we call it the Siedu. When the Siedu arrives, the people will gather in family, think of the year that was the past year, and try to reconcile if there is any dispute in the family.
In recent times, Abisa has not only attracted sons and daughters of the community, but also foreigners desirous to witness the many colors of this enduring cultural legacy celebrated in West Africa. A preeminent feature of the Abisa is the dance by maidens of the community, swerving their butts, legs thumping the ground in energetic response to the boomerang of the drum and clanks of other musical instruments. This drum, it is believed, as it booms, gives the dancers energy. However, strangers to the community are not allowed to join the dance, as it holds spiritual significance to the people.
The friends of the people can come, but normally they don't come to dance, because the dance is for the people of them. So they can. That's why if you come in the gathering, we'll see that we have places where people can stand, but normally they are not welcome in the dance. Each of the steps has a meaning for the people. So people can take it as a dance, but for the people of the community of the Nzima Kotoko, when they start, they have 3 parts. When they start one, it's just a procession. So you'll see that the dance is very slow. And the second one will be the collect of the maize. So the maize was one of the ingredients that saved the people from starvation. So you'll see that people are doing the movement that they collect. It was gathering of the maize. And the third one, you see that they are molding the maize. So it's faster and it's so this has a meaning for the people. So it's not just a dance. It's not just because they're fun, that we have the drum, we have the rhythm. It's more than that. That's why we think that deeply it's something that has some spiritual aspect.
Today is the beginning of a new year. Nzema people are celebrate the year 2023.
During the festival, stripping themselves of any wrongdoings in anticipation of a new year, men and women perform a symbolic dance of confession, after which they are forgiven. We could not say goodbye to Abidjan without visiting the art market, graciously curated by Dr. Angela Adamu, the wife of Nigeria's ambassador to Côte d'Ivoire.
So this is the Centre Artisanal de la Vie d'Abidjan. It is
the Centre Artisanal
de la Vie d'Abidjan. Short Cava.
Short Cava.
It's called Cava.
Okay, for short it's Cava.
Yes, C-A-V-A. Centre Artisanal de la Vie d'Abidjan.
Okay.
So this is the artisanal center of the city of Abidjan, or the town of Abidjan.
So more like the art market.
This is the art market. Exactly. So welcome.
Befleme Risha Ekra. Benyamin War Goge Africa TV ne Azo.
Hi there. For those of you that would love to travel as much as we do, here are some tips on how to get around countries in West Africa. I know you'd love this because it's brought to you courtesy Destination West Africa Project.
If you're planning a trip to West Africa, you've got a lot of choices getting to and from West Africa. Thus, it is important to know how to travel within it safely. Road. The most popular method of traveling across West Africa is by road. It is possible to travel by road across all of the countries in West Africa. However, these roads can get quite crowded during peak holiday seasons and during national holidays. Air travel. There are several airlines operating routes within West Africa. Top among them is Askai. Air Peace.
Air Peace flies to Gambia, flies to Senegal, Liberia, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Douala.
Air Côte d'Ivoire, Air Senegal, Africa World Airlines, and some others not too prominent. Waterways. There are many opportunities for travelers to explore their surroundings by boat along the waterways. Boats are often used for short distances along waterways in West Africa and can take up to 12 people or more on board at one time. So it's important that if you're traveling by the waterways, make sure all safety gadgets are in place.
You have seen the rich cultures of the people of Nzima. You have also seen their dances and enjoyed it, I suppose. You have learned a thing or two about these people. Well, you've seen how they sustain their cultures over the years. Well, until same time, when we do come your way again on Destination West Africa Project, you stay alive and join us again on our next expedition. Bye-bye.